It's June of 2020, and on the 20th of this month, the June solstice happens. The word solstice comes from Latin words meaning sun and to stand still. The June solstice is the date when the sun reaches its northernmost point in its path across the sky. After the 20th, its path will slowly move back towards the south. In the northern hemisphere, the June solstice marks the day with the longest period of sunlight and is the first day of astronomical summer. Don't wait for the solstice to go look at the sky, though. Even late at night, there is so much light pollution here in Arlington, Virginia, that you can't see very many stars. But you can still practice star hopping to help orient yourself and learn to find specific stars more easily. To star hop, you simply use one star to help guide you to another star. This month, the Big Dipper is still high overhead in the evening. As I've noted before, the Big Dipper is an asterism or a pattern of stars that is part of the constellation Ursa Major, the Great Bear. Stand facing north and locate the Big Dipper high overhead. If you connect the three stars of the Dipper's handle with an imaginary line, it creates a curve. Now, extend that imaginary line, continuing along the curve and turning to the south until you come to the big orange star Arcturus. You've just star hopped, arcing to Arcturus. Arcturus is the brightest star in the constellation Boötes, the herdsman. It's a giant star, about 20 million miles in diameter and much brighter than our own sun. It also appears as one of the brightest stars in the entire night sky. Its name means bear guard, as it seems to chase that great bear, Ursa Major, across the sky. Now you can star hop from Arcturus to another star, Spica. Speed on to Spica by continuing your imaginary line downward towards the horizon and slightly to the west. Spica isn't as bright as Arcturus, but it is the brightest star in the constellation Virgo. It's also a binary star, which means it's actually a system of two stars orbiting each other, even though we see Spica as a single point of light. In fact, the stars of Spica are so close together that their shapes are distorted by gravity, and they look a little more like eggs than true spheres. If you go back to the Big Dipper, you can also use it to find the North Star, Polaris. Locate the part of the Dipper opposite the handle and draw an imaginary line straight out from Merak and Duba, the two stars on that side. If you travel a little more than 5 times the distance between Merak and Duba, you will arrive at Polaris. Some people think the North Star is the brightest star in the sky, but it's not even close. While Polaris isn't very bright, it is very important. It's special because it is close to the northern celestial pole, which means its position stays almost constant in the sky while all the other stars appear to rotate around it. This made Polaris very important to sailors as a reference for navigation. If you look to the east, you'll notice a very bright star, and that's Vega. We'll talk about that in another episode soon. To become more precise in star hopping, you can measure distances in the sky. Just like in our planetarium, you can think of the sky as a big dome. We measure this dome in degrees, and there are 180 degrees from one edge to the opposite edge. The zenith, or point directly overhead, is at 90 degrees. To help you calculate the angular separation between stars, and that means the distance between them measured in degrees, you can simply use your own hand. Hold your hand out at arm's length. Now, hold up your pinky finger. The width of your pinky at arm's length is about equal to 1 degree of the sky. For comparison, the moon is about half a degree in diameter. If you hold up your index, middle, and ring fingers together, that measures about 5 degrees. Your closed fist equals about 10 degrees. And if you stretch your thumb and pinky far apart, the span will be 22 to 25 degrees, close to the size of the Big Dipper. With a little practice, you'll be able to estimate distances in degrees. I hope you get a chance to go out this month and try a little star hopping using the Big Dipper. Happy sky watching!